Welcome back. You're watching One from a Billion. Well, we had a surprise visitor on the Goan track. Nico Hulkenberg decided to come and pay a visit to the kids. Now, some of them who didn't win had a consolation in store for them. Find out for yourselves.
Yeah, it was a very exciting lap, those 2 laps which I had with Nico, because he was really driving it like a Formula 1 driver. So I got to learn some lines and the way he brakes, and it was really a fantastic experience for me actually.
I just drove with Nico Hulkenberg and it was really exciting. I found out where I was making mistakes and realized how much I need to become an F1 driver. Tried to work hard towards it. It was really going really close to the tires, apexing right, and I'll try to use this experience for a good race tomorrow.
It was amazing. It was great to go for a drive with him, and his control is absolutely amazing. Just fascinating. It's like so close to the tires when he takes the turns. It's just I'm in awe.
That thing's pretty quick actually, that car, so it's pretty awesome to be with him there. So yeah.
Well, I can tell you something, Archana. Nico was going really quick. It's actually amazing. Until you're on that track, you don't realize how fast they're actually going.
I know, an incredible experience for these kids to find out what it's like at least to be sitting with a Formula 1 driver.
Absolutely, and he's a superstar. But you know what? It's time for us to move right along. Let's head over to our next heat.
Moving straight into the third heat then, pole position was taken by Jehan Daruwala, P2 occupied by Abha Mankad, P3 was Nayan Chatterjee, P4 Akshay Sharma and P5 Akhil Ravindra.
Jehan Daruwala most notably is the youngest of all the participants who've come to Goa. Abha Mankad topped in Hyderabad and is one of the better, or I would say one of the best female go-karters we have in the country. And in this heat again we have Akshay Sharma, who's the only non-resident Indian who could make it through the top 25.
Well, Akshay Sharma actually has come all the way from Australia, and it's wonderful to see this program crossing borders.
We've had Rosano Bhandal, we've had somebody called Yamir Raj and Akshay Sharma and a few others who've actually travelled from their countries all the way to the regional rounds to qualify. And both Rosano and Akshay did pretty well in the regionals as well. And it's good to see Akshay make it to the top 25.
Let me ask you a question. I was taking a look at Jehan Daruwala before the start. The boy looks under 40 kilos. I mean, how are they all racing to optimize and level this playing field?
Each of the participants are ballasted to a particular weight, and that's how we make sure that everything is standardized. And it's easier to make Jehan drive go-karts than to make him smile. Did you know that?
He seems to be quite a little character himself. Don't be fooled by this boy's age. At 13, he is pulling away from them. It's obvious that the first two wouldn't want to compete against each other, because the objective here is to just be in the first two in each heat, and you're on your way to Silverstone, aren't you?
Well, yes, logic would prevail that the first two wouldn't want to compete with each other, but let me tell you that every racer on track wants to win, and just we've got to know that Heat C, Jehan Daruwala has taken the checkered flag, followed by Abha Mankad.
Well, that is right, Jehan Daruwala, Abha Mankad, you're on your way to Silverstone. Pack your bags, make your phone calls, and get your passports ready.
Yeah, it was quite close. Unfortunately, this race I wasn't that quick, but luckily Shashant didn't pass me, and he was smart enough to stay the entire race behind me, because we had a decent lead from the rest of the pack. I had a good start. I almost got him, but the other fellow came across, so I had to back down. So as the race went on, I was like catching up to him, and on the stage he'd pull away. Once I almost nearly came alongside him, but he shut the door, so like it was a pretty close race. Actually, while coming to the round, I didn't believe I could go all the way. Maybe I thought I was top 25 material, but top 10, okay, it was a bit of a surprise to me right now.
Well, they line up on the grid for Heat 4 with Tarun Reddy in pole position. P2, Amay Bafna. P3, Shashank Ravishankar. P4 is Yash Tharani, the topper from Mumbai. P5, Prakhyat Rai. And they look ready to race, Kunal.
Yes, again a pretty interesting group, I would say. Tarun Reddy, a Rotax racer on top. Amaya Bafna was in top 3 in Bombay, and of course Yash Thavani, as you said, topped in the Bombay regional rounds as well. The man to watch out in this group would be Shashank Ravishankar, who is also currently a good racer racing in the National Series.
Well, there is interesting news right at the start. Pole position, of course, Tarun Reddy is in the front of the pack, but P3 Shashank Ravishankar has snuck in right at the start to go past Amaya Bafna.
Yes, that's correct, and this by far is the most bunched up group, and Tarun Reddy hasn't necessarily been able to pull up a good lead from the guy in second place, and that calls for some close wheel-to-wheel racing.
Some jostling going on there. They're breaking into two very prominent groups, the front two pulling away. Someone needs to tell these boys that they don't need to win this. These two out in front right now, Tarun Reddy and Shashank Ravishankar. Take it easy, boys. You've got the field beat.
Well, like I said in the previous heat, everyone races to win, so I'm not surprised. The other, if you see the last three guys who are racing, Yash Tharani is pretty aggressive a guy. So he's the guy who's making all the moves and trying to defend as well as attack and gain position. But so long as they don't go into second place, I think it's mission unaccomplished for them.
You got to spare thought for the three racing right at the back right now. It doesn't look like this position is going to change over the next 10 laps. In fact, we're into our final lap here. And these two boys, Tarun Reddy and Shashank Ravishankar, are on their flying lap down to the checkered flag. They will be taking a Kingfisher flight. Yes, boys, both of you are on your way to Silverstone. Well done.
I'm quite happy. Jehan there got a fascinating lead. I'm going to call my dad up, and I'm sure he'll be very happy. And my friends expected me to come in the top 10, so I'm sure they'll also be over the top.
I'll just keep working on my fitness and my mental focus, and let's see what happens over there.
Some intense competition there and some consolation for me because the lone female driver, Abha, has made it to the top 10.
Absolutely. She's such a trooper, isn't she?
I know. So we've got, of course, 4 heats that are done and 1 more to go. But we will be back to that after a very short break. Stay with us.